My biggest fear is having any of my children diagnosed with this disease. When I was diagnosed, it was the hardest thing to tell my dad. He spends most of his days in bed, mostly doped up with pethidine. He becomes aggressive with the withdrawal symptoms. He has been through a rough time, and he is scared. I just pray that I don't end up like that. It is no quality of life, but it is life. I am able to keep real positive, but I am at the start of the long road. I am determined that this will not bring me down. I have plenty more years to enjoy. I have no pain, and no real loss in renal function, and am helping in a drug trial that will possibly never help me, but may help my descendants. Attitude is everything, but then I'm in a good position to say that. My name is Allison Quay. I have adult polycystic kidney disease, and I am 39 years old. My mother lived until the age of 67. My grandmother died at the age of 42. My two aunts died in their 40s and both suffered from the condition. My son has been diagnosed with it and is age 24. I have known that I have had the disease for about 20 years. I have cysts on my liver, kidneys, and pancreas. My name is Janet Powell. I have adult polycystic kidney disease, and I am 47 years old.
I was in denial, but I didn't know. I steadfastly refused to believe that the fundamentals had changed, or would ever change, in my life. Maybe it was a delusion. But I never admitted to myself that my steadily worsening blood test results meant that I'd have to do anything differently. I didn't listen. To me, dialysis represented defeat. It depressed me incredibly to think of being confined to a reclining chair for 11 or 12 hours a week, unable to move, with giant needles stuck in my left arm. I didn't want to hear about any potential consequences of not doing this. Nothing had ever debilitated me before. Why should this? So I said nothing to anyone. If I complained, I figured they would think I was a weakling. I simply had to be normal. My efforts to be seen as healthy and vigorous remind me of the self-destructive behavior that cost my father his life. There was something quintessentially male about the way he would never admit that he was ill. I couldn't see it, but I was just like him. Whatever pain and suffering I endured, I was going to keep going until I finished my task. Each day, the short walk up an incline became steadily more difficult. My daily routine also became steadily more strenuous. I told friends or acquaintances only if they had to know. It never occurred to me because I didn't think that the problem mattered much. I hoped that it never would. I didn't want to be ill. I guess that was denial. It's not uncommon. You could be stereotyped as sick if you told people. One problem for any person with a chronic illness is that most people don't believe they are sick until they actually feel unwell. With kidney disease, most patients don't have severe symptoms until their function is low. I didn't want to think of myself as anything less than healthy. So I stuffed my problems to the back of my mind, didn't think about them much, and didn't talk about them with most people I met. That's denial. Fully acknowledging a physical problem would disrupt my life and my work, which kidney failure eventually did to me regardless. It's very scary. Not just because you feel that you could die, but because it interferes with your freedom and the normal flow of business. Yeah, we know anyone who has an illness denies it at first. With many cancers or pneumonia or AIDS, you can't ignore or deny it for long. But kidney failure is much slower developing and very insidious. In the end, it became impossible to deny any longer. No matter how superhuman I wanted to be, I just couldn't deny the pain. My name is Tom Ellis. I have adult polycystic kidney disease, and I am 54 years old.
It starts small and doubles, triples, quadruples in size. from the size of your fist to the size of a rugby ball. But you don't know it's there. It grows silently, slowly, sinisterly. And it doesn't respond to drugs or radiotherapy, or surgical incision. And there's no cure, no treatment. Until one day they tell you. And it's not just one, it's two of them. Those little organs in the middle of your back that help you make vitamin D for strong teeth and bones, and activate the red blood cells that keep you fighting fit, and keep your blood pressure in balance, and take all the wastes from your blood 12 times an hour, 24/7. Quietly filtering away. Quietly being strangulated to death. My name is Tess Harris. And I was diagnosed 26 years ago with adult polycystic kidney disease.